Correct. And that actually drags me to the next point is, you know, what were your initial reactions when you heard it happen? What was like your first thought?
It just feels like it's kind of been in the works for a while. And I guess my first thought there seemed to be good competition to get his signing during this season. I really don't think the impact has truly like hit me yet. I think I kind of will start to feel that once I actually see him start playing and once we start to see some numbers. Not that I don't doubt his impact, it just hasn't really hit me. Um, but yeah, I think he's going to come in. I think he's going to be a star. I think it's going to be a great situation for him where, like you said, the pressure is just not going to be what it is in other countries like Saudi Arabia or Spain. I think the press are gonna probably, I mean, there's probably gonna be some press that are gonna be hard on him, but I think overall it's gonna be really good situation for him and for the league. I was thrilled that we were kind of like ahead of the curve in terms of being an MLS fan, and now we get to watch all these other people come in and enjoy the league that we love so much.
And you know what? We're here with open arms. We don't gatekeep. We don't tell people, oh, you weren't here before Messi. Don't, you don't get to be here now that Messi's here. Right? This is the whole point of bringing him here. We want people to come and join and be a part of this because, as we mentioned, Apple TV is a global subscription. Anybody in the world can buy it, which means that there are going to be tons of people who want to follow Messi. Messi is their player that are going to buy this. If we, let's say hypothetically, 10 million people do that in the 2 years that he's here, you keep 10% of that, that's a million people who are now supporting the league and working in this and you know, supporting and staying with their team. That's the word I'm looking for. So that sort of stuff is what this is about. It's not about can you take Miami to the Champions League final and win the Club World Cup. It's not about that. It's about so much more than. So my reaction was, I don't care what he does on the field, and I've made this clear through Twitter over the last couple of hours. I don't care what he does on the field. He could, as we mentioned, walk around, play 4 minutes a game for one game a month for 2 years. Don't care because what he does for this league will not be remembered for what he does on the pitch. 10 years from now, just like David Beckham, we're not going to talk about, oh, we don't talk about, oh, remember when David Beckham made LA Galaxy really good? We don't. We talk about, remember when David Beckham made the changes to the league that got it to where it is today? 10 years from now, that's the conversation we're having about this sign. Everywhere he goes, this is what you see. Insane impact on viewership. Every club he goes to gains millions of followers on social media. Millions. I think PSG lost in like the 2 hours after he you know, agreed to leave, they lost like 1.5 million followers in 2 hours because he's gone. TV ratings are going to soar. And as we mentioned, worldwide subscription, meaning millions of eyes all over the league each week. And you don't need to keep them all. You're not going to keep them all. But if you can keep enough of them, that's what this is about. Apple's going to make money. They're not going to pull out of the deal that everybody keeps getting freaked out about. Profile of the league grows, you start attracting people who are like, oh, Messi went there and I watched a couple of his games and it's not as bad as I thought. Maybe I can go play there too. Right? It's a ripple effect. It's not a right away type of thing. So we have the potential here to gain a lot of worldwide viewership and popularity. Not on the Premier League scale, because that's oh, you're never going to be big as Man City. You're never going to be as big as Barcelona. Yeah, we know. But that's not the point. That's not what we're trying to do. But if we can keep enough people around, it grows and creates this. I'm trying to think of the right word. Grows and creates like this permanent, semi-permanent thing where people can grow all over the world, not just here in the United States, right? If you ask anybody in the country what the name of their local MLS team, USL team is, 90% of them won't even know. But if you ask who Lionel Messi is, instantly it's, oh, he's the GOAT or oh, he's the best player. He's Barcelona's favorite player. He's at PSG. I had a when I was at when I was in Kentucky, one of my teams, the first thing I asked was, okay, who watches soccer? And nobody raised their hand really. Like, okay, you guys all have numbers. What I want you to do is go home and tell me who somebody who wore your jersey. And the first person goes up and goes, "Oh, I wear number 10. I already know who it is. It's Lionel Messi." She starts listing all of these stats. She's 12 years old. Had no idea that there was a pro team coming to Lexington, but knew everything about Lionel Messi. That's the impact that we're talking about. People will watch him when he's here. Now, that means MLS has 2 years to make it so that they can hold on to any Messi fanboys that they can. So I ask you,